Currently US 35 northbound, westbound. I get marked westbound. 35 is actually north-south US highway. It does run quite a bit east-west though. Going past Washington Courthouse, Ohio right now. Get over here to Jeffersonville, Ohio. I'll have to get off 35, go over and through town there, catch 71, 275, 74, 675. 675, 70. Not 675, long day. 71, 275, 74. 465. My mind just went blank. Bypass around Indianapolis. Yeah, I believe that's 465. 465 to 70 and go on home. Don't think I'm going to make it tonight. I don't know why with this app when I started up, it starts it in private. I got to go in, mark it as public. But still, it seems like I don't really get anybody hop on until after I've ended the live stream. Give it a little bit, see if anybody hops on here. Not showing anybody on right yet. Three hours and 25 minutes I can drive. 4 hours and 2 minutes left I can work. After those times expire, I can be on duty. As long as I'm not driving, I can be on duty indefinitely. Can't drive until I get a break in. Currently showing 81 degrees. I've seen 87. 80, either 87 or 88 I saw earlier. Try to get my Camera Live app to work when it does work. It seems to work a little better than this one, but it wanted to be cantankerous, so I commented on the trouble I was having. The maker of the app wanted to know exactly what's going on, so I'm going to have to send a reply to that, let them know what trouble I'm having, a little detail on the trouble I'm having. If it can be fixed, I'm currently paying for a subscription on it. That's going to get dropped real quick. There we go. Right now, I may try out StreamYard, see how that does. My exit to get into Jeffersonville, and need to stop at the Speedway and clean this windshield off. Don't need fuel. I've already got fuel. I don't have to fuel anymore today. Probably pull into the Speedway, watch my windshield there. Hear the Jake brake a little bit. Jake brake's pretty quiet in this truck, actually. Right into the sun. I need the left lane. Don't know why I didn't go the left lane. That's one I should have went to begin with. Man, that sun is brutal with the dirty windshield. Could have pulled in the TA and did it. Usually have better luck at Speedway getting in and out. Yeah, there's the empty lot that I take a break at usually. Trucks in that lot than I normally see in there. Waffle House. Probably take the time after I wash my windshield to go potty. So hopefully anybody hops on, hopefully they'll know. Just hang in there and I'll be right back. Bear with me. I am going to wash my windshield, and I'm going to go take a leak, and I'll be right back. better on that side. Still showing 0. Okay. Warsaw Patriot, Mopar, JP, you still on here? I just washed my windshield and ran in to use the restroom real quick. Weather spunky. If the weather there's like it was here, it'd been a good day to do that. I started out in Hillsville, Virginia today. It was about an hour drive down to Winston-Salem to the drop yard, dropped the loaded, picked up the empty, headed back. North Carolina back into Virginia. Stopped at Withville, Virginia, got fuel. Into West Virginia, into Ohio, Warsaw, and I am in Jeffersonville, Ohio at the moment. Said just washed the windshield off, went in, used the restroom real quick. I'm gonna have to get used to this app because y'all are on here, and I'm still showing 0 subscribers. Yeah, those fiber optic sites make a bit of a difference, don't they? I wouldn't say that I'm a Glock guy, but I did carry a Glock because of the reliability for it. Du ficken Arsch! Du dumme Schwarzaffe! As I was getting ready to say, sorry about that, people. Yep, griping out an African American in German. Freaking idiot! You probably seen how he cut out. The box truck was waiting on me so I get out, but I couldn't get out that gray car there, and he freaking swung in there right beside me. Turned in where he shouldn't have. But I was getting ready to say, I can't say I'm a Glock guy. I do like Glocks. I carry Glock. Glock 27 is my main carry gun. I got my Taurus G2C, my Taurus 709S, my EAA Witness that I carry. But my main carry is my Glocks because of the reliability. I mean, I've never had a problem with them eating anything I can put through them. But those fiber optic sights make them even better. That is the one thing I really did not like about the Glocks. I did not like the factory sights on a Glock. The Taurus and the EAA have much better factory sights than what the Glock has. JP, you done any painting lately? say I've ever had any dealings with the Polymer 80. Which one you finished there, JP? You probably got a video on it, but I ain't been able to catch up on a couple videos I need to catch up on. Just hopped on Interstate 71. I got about an hour down to, well, it's about an hour down to Cincinnati, but I'll actually be catching 275 north of it. 32 Ford. I will definitely be checking that out, John. Plan on doing some more on the Super Bee when I get home. So, this is Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And this is actually the first day of my day off. Supposed to be the first day of my day off, but did an extra run. But, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Of course, Saturday, be looking for Shout Out Saturday. But plan on doing some more on Super Bee. Friday or Saturday, tomorrow or Saturday night, I might do a live stream doing. It looks like it may be buffering. It just popped up trying to reconnect. Going back to play with some macaroon there. Hey Mopar, sorry I didn't quite, I see you're getting ready to go play, but I can't make that out. What you're going to play with. That's the one thing about doing the live stream while I'm driving. I just got to catch the I got to catch the chat while I can, and I may not actually be able to see what it says completely, but I do the best I can. I'm trying to get my lives done on Thursday on a regular basis. Hey Kyle, how you doing? Found any freedom seeds lately, or are they still scarce in your area? I know. Copy that, Kyle. I need to, but if they can get back to where we can actually start getting components, I get a better reloader. I may actually start doing that. I need to start doing that. Should have did it a long time ago, but I know before I went down to Georgia to help out that new facility down there, shortly before that, we had 12 gauge. We had shotgun shells on the shelves. I went down to Georgia for 2 weeks, and the day before I headed back, I had somebody contact me. Their daughter was on a trap league in high school, and they were having trouble finding shells. I'm like, I can get shells. I've seen shells for it. Shotgun shells on the shelves. So told them I'm headed back from Georgia the next day, and I just stopped a few places to pick some up. Stopped at 2 Walmarts and 2 gun stores in Georgia. I stopped at a Walmart and a gun store in Tennessee. I stopped at 2 gun stores in Kentucky. And I stopped at a Walmart and a gun store in Indiana, and there was no shotgun shells on the shelf, period. I could possibly see with what's going on, double aught buck or something being gone or scarce. I couldn't even find any number 9s. But finally last week, local gun store, Toledo, Ohio, he had some Winchester AA 7.5 shot. So I went over and picked up 5 boxes. Took back, I gave to her, that way her daughter would have ammo to shoot. But shoot, those things, before I started driving the truck and I was shooting trap and skeet every week, they were like $3 something a box. They're like $12.60 a box now. G23, good to see you, sir. I guess I could mute that radio and the weather channel's not going to be playing in the background. Any of my moderators, if somebody's hopped in that I've not mentioned, or let know that I see them on here, feel free to say something to me. I actually headed home today, G23, dropped and hooked and went to Salem, North Carolina this morning. And headed back to Illinois now. I am currently on I-71, about an hour north of Cincinnati, Ohio. Nope, gotta go with Mac. Kyle, I do like the looks of a Peterbilt. Great show truck. But not an over-the-road truck. Not for me, anyway. There's just not enough room in the cab area. Everything's too confined, too tight. And I did drive a Peterbilt 379 back when I pulled flatbed. Did not like it. I liked the looks of it. I liked how it ran. I just did not like it to be an over-the-road truck. Yep, that 379 definitely had a long nose on it. The Mopar got done building some steps. JP just got done building, just finished up a model. What's everybody else up to this fine day? Well, that's basically what I'm driving now. Nowadays, a Mac is no more than a glorified Volvo. Loading buckshot. That's another thing. I get back into reloading. Not only do I need to get another press for rifle and handgun, I need to get me another shotgun reloader. That I have done. When I shot trap and skeet, I reloaded shotgun shells. kind of AR are you building there, G23? What's the specs on it? Well, you got a 9-in-1 or 7-in-1 twist barrel, 16-inch barrel. What kind of trigger group you putting in it? Granted, only disclose information that you're willing to disclose. Oh, 1 and 8. My Delton Sport's got a 1 and 9, which ain't too bad. It's still grouped pretty good at 100 yards. I've not had it out past 100 yards, which I need to get it out farther than that. It does good at 100 yards, so I'd like to have a 1 and 7. Spec lower, yeah, my Delton Sport is a commercial. Speaking of my Delton, I need to get that sucker. I need to break it down and clean it. Hey JP, have you heard any, JP or Mopar, you heard anything out of Cliff or Terry lately? I've not seen them doing any lives. I know Cliff is back to work now. That kind of cuts into his time. Yeah, for a $600 AR, I am extremely impressed with it. I do wish it was a mil spec. It'd be a little bit easier to get parts for it, a little bit easier to interchange any parts I wanted, but for, like I said, for a $600 AR, I am really impressed. I haven't found any ammo it won't eat. 223 or 556. The only time I had trouble getting any ammo to feed was crappy Mac. I even had a bump stock on the Delton for a while. No issues whatsoever. It dumped 30 rounds in about a second and a half. Bad, Schneider. You ain't gonna stop me from passing you. Yeah, Schneider trying to play big boy while he's going downhill. Letting it roll downhill so you think I can't get around him. Oh, G23, you can't beat that. Cannot beat that. I would like to find another, put another trigger in mine. I'd like to get that trigger down to at least 3 pounds. If not, 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. I'd like to put an Echo trigger in it. Echo triggers are really hard to come by right now. JP and Mopar, man, they might have hopped off here. I'm not seeing a reply from them. Digi-trigger, is that like the Echo or binary? The reason I like, from what I've checked into on those Echo triggers versus a binary, the ones I've checked out have a really short reset. Well, I call it reset, but it's not really a reset on one of those triggers. Once the round fire, you pull the trigger back and it fires, it's a real short release to fire the next round. And then you pull it to fire the next one. The ones I looked at that were actually labeled as a binary trigger, you pull the trigger, fire your round, and you pretty well had to let the trigger out almost to where the normal reset would be before it fired the next one. But never had one, just what I've been looking up on them. I will have to look into that. I appreciate that, G23. Got a faster fire rate than the Echo. How easy is it to outrun bolt? Yeah, most of the Echo triggers I've been looking at, I think, have been around $600 also. Copy that, Warsaw. Pick that up at a surplus store, or? Oh, I'm sure it's going to be warm. Okay. I know when I had my bump stock on my Delton, it kept up pretty good. I didn't have any issues with the bulk carrier on it. Barrel got a little warm. Now you get a replacing that bolt carrier group. Is it as simple, just pull the old bolt out and put the new one in, or you have to do anything else to it? like Jerry Metchlick, are you? Metchlick, are you? Pretty much grew up around them there, Warsaw. I grew up in the country. Well, the town I grew up in was about 30 people. 30. I'm not talking 30,000. I'm talking 30. Hunting, shoot, trap, ski, and then just always liked firearms. And then when government started going south and being more and more liberal, communist, democratic, socialist, doesn't matter what you call it, they're all the same thing. I figured it would be time to really get into them. Of course, I live in Illinois. And for the longest time, Illinois was the only state that did not offer a concealed carry permit at all. They finally changed that, and I got my concealed carry permit the year they came out with it. Had it for 5 years, had to renew it, and I've had my renewal permit for 2 years. I think I've got 3 years left on my renewal permit, and then I'll have to renew again. Yeah, 200 people, that's still pretty good size compared to where I grew up. What do you mean by that, Warsaw? You talking about that, the food stamp card? HB 1770. I will look into that, Warsaw. Oh, G23. Now that's the town. That's a good sized town right there. That's just about right. Say food card, I'm assuming you talk about that EBT food stamp. Spunky 739, good to see ya. JP and Mopar was on here just a little bit ago. G23 and Warsaw and Kyle and I have been pretty much talking firearms, so I think they kind of... Oh! The Floyd card. Sorry about that, Kyle. I couldn't quite see it. I thought it said food card. I'm like, food card? Yeah, I know there's a judge down in southern Illinois that ruled it unconstitutional. I didn't hear about the second one. We have been making better steps towards getting rid of it. Hopefully that comes up quick. It would be nice to get rid of that Floyd card. And most of us, I mean, they're not going to stop you getting from ammo anyway. I mean, as long as you're legal to have firearms and stuff, shoot, all I got to do is go over to Indiana and get Indiana. I can go down to Kentucky, over to Missouri. As much traveling as I do, I can pick up ammo about anywhere. And the only place outside Illinois that asks me for my Floyd card when I get ammo is Top Guns in Terre Haute, Indiana. Kyle, you must be talking about that boat that just hopped on. Yeah, he's running 73 mile an hour. Kyle, if you're talking about that boat, I'll have to do a live stream or something, make sure it's the time Kyle can hop on when I'm going down to Georgia and I get over there by Chattanooga. Let him look at Nick Jack Lake. I would love to get out there on that lake sometime. The thing is huge. What have you been up to today, Spunky? There's a location that I nap at every once in a while, depending on the day. We'd go up there for a week. Okay, but that's right, Spunky. Sorry, I had a brain fart. You said that earlier, talking about the stairs. For some reason, I had a brain fart, and I was thinking Mopar was the one that built the stairs. Been a day. Hopefully in about an hour and a half it'll be done with. Ah. $17.70. I see Senator Neil Anderson. Definitely check into that. You have yourself a good day there, Warsaw. Back camera on. Gee, you couldn't hardly see, it was so blurry and oh yeah. Drive safe. What's the fun in that? We definitely try, Warsaw. We definitely try. Hang on here, I got a notification I need to look at real quick. to be coming up on north part of Cincinnati pretty quick. South Lebanon. So yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't remember what X number Kings Island is. I ought to be coming up on Kings Island here. Toledo. Tried to kidnap an 11-year-old girl. I didn't hear about that one, but if he tried to kidnap an 11-year-old girl, I can only think of one reason he'd want to kidnap an 11-year-old girl. He needs taken out and castrated, and then branded, and then skinned alive, and then hung. Hung with a very short rope from a very tall tree. Hey, there's JP still. I ain't been to Toledo for a while. We used Toledo, Ohio, I'm assuming you're talking about. Used to deliver up there quite a bit. We don't have that run anymore. Used to go to Welch's. Yeah, I can go to Welch's up there. Oh no, Smucker's. Used to go to Smucker's up there in Toledo, Ohio. Taxpayers wouldn't have to be worrying about funding no trial or paying for his time in jail if I would have caught him. Oh yeah, Kyle, like I said, I'm down here by Cincinnati. Be coming up on King, I think that, yeah, going past Kings Island here right now. Kings Island to my left, just north of Cincinnati. Worst part about it, you'll probably get slapped on the wrist. Be labeled a pedophile, maybe 4 or 5 years in prison that the taxpayers have to pay for. I've asked you or not, Kyle, what was your MOS? Roger that, G23. Yeah, like I said, if I would have seen it take place, we wouldn't have to worry about paying for no freaking trial or pay for his jail stay. That would have been a moot point. Five miles to 275. So glad to get the day done. Eleven Bravo out of Benning, 75th. Yeah, I was in Benning when I was helping out the terminal there in Georgia. Had to run down to Columbus. And I don't know if they replaced the signs or what, but the signs weren't real readable. And I didn't make a turn I should have took. Ended up at the main gate to Fort Benning. They let me go on in, told me where to go to turn around. And I believe it was the 75th Infantry Regiment Company headquarters. Went through the main gate, went down to the first intersection, made a right. Then I went down that road. There's a big old sign there that had the, I believe it was 75th Infantry Regiment or Battalion headquarters. And went by it, open area, turned around and left. They didn't ask, and I did not mention a word about the Glock I had on my side. Another driver going the opposite direction. He's headed down where I just came from. Get to where I'm not bouncing so much, I'll read that G23. What held you back, G23? Was it eyesight or? What kept me out is my foot, reconstructive surgery on my foot. They let me, took my ASVAB, they let me go through the entire physical at the Med Center to tell me that, nope, not going to happen. I was PO'd. I would have been getting out of AIT just in time to go clean up after Gulf 1. Oh, so you went in and had it expunged. I went to the MEP Center. Recruiter picked us up and took us over to St. Louis. It was me and 3 others. And the other 2 didn't get in because the Army liaison caught the other 2 in the underground parking garage smoking weed. So they didn't even get to go take their physical. It doesn't matter who you were back then, G23, it matters who you are now. JP, if you're still on here, this weekend I'm going to catch up on some of your videos. The thing is, right now is a time when we need to be not so nice. Not necessarily to our fellow Americans, but we need to be not so nice to some of these politicians. Start booting their asses out of office, voting them out of office. Start standing up for our rights and force. Not to sound bad or anything, JP, but you're old enough. You can probably remember a time that when you could have firearms up there in Canada, don't you? Maybe not quite like we do down here in the U.S., but I'm assuming you can remember when they were a little bit more lax in Canada on gun laws. Hey, the Second Amendment guys, did you see what happened to Scott at Kentucky Ballistics with his Serbu 50? out that slap round that was really, really hot. Kyle must have seen the Peterbilt sign. Yeah, G23, that was the slap round. For some reason was a lot hotter than it was supposed to be. That just put a thumb in it. I ordered one of those shirts. It came in. So I may do a VR video for Kentucky Ballistics this weekend. Yeah. If his dad wasn't there, he wouldn't be here today. Well, I can't say that. All depends on what God had planned, but more than likely he wouldn't be here today. Yeah, I got another Canadian pro gun person I'm subscribed to that does ISPA matches. I believe she's up there in Alberta. Either Alberta or British Columbia, one or the other. And she was telling me up there in Canada, they've got to have their firearms in one lockbox. Their magazines and ammo's got to be in separate lockboxes. Even if you're the only one home, you're the only one living there, you're not allowed to have a firearm laying out. Gotta be in a safe. I think she was talking about having to have a permit just to carry it back and forth to the range. I mean, it could have very simple if it was hot that day. I mean, it very simple could have been a round that was laying out in the sun. I don't see that making it that volatile to do that kind of damage. Like I said, I think it was a double charge or yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle that. You walk into my house and you can find a firearm fairly easy. Granted, I got the grandkids in the house now. I got to keep them up out of their reach to where they have no possibility of getting them. But the 2-year-old is getting really, really, really good. While 2.5-year-old is really, really, really good. I can walk in, I can take my firearm out of my holster, my everyday carry out of the holster, and say, "Here, Grant, you want to play with this?" And he'll look at me and shake his head and say, "No." Now, he'll play with his toy guns, but he knows not to touch Grandpa's guns. Oh, wow. I didn't know California was that bad. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know they had to do that. I thought they could, like if I was living in California, I thought I could have a firearm out in the house. JP, do you have to have a special permit or anything to have a handgun? From what I've talked to guys, especially if you live out in the country on a farm and stuff, you can have like a shotgun or maybe a rifle, but it's really, really hard to own a handgun in Canada, isn't it? Yeah, I got a real funny look. I was at the motel down there in Hillsville, Virginia last night, and I open carry down there. And when I was where I parked the truck at, I was walking up, and there's a vehicle with Ontario plates, and they were under the canopy there. They were getting the stuff out of their vehicle, and they were pushing the cart in. I held the door open for them, and they seen my sidearm on my side, and I got some funny looks. The guy talked to me a little bit about it, but his wife didn't want no part of it. He just said they don't come down to the U.S. a whole lot, so they don't see it much. I told him if you're in the U.S. much, you're bound to see it. But that was the first time he'd seen somebody open carrying a sidearm. Never did catch what part of Ontario he was from, but wow. A lot of people say that open carry is the wrong thing to do. I don't have an issue with open carry. You just got to watch where you open carry. I delivered to Glasgow, or I delivered to Somerset, Kentucky, go over to Glasgow and stay. I will open carry there, but I will not open carry in Louisville. I will open carry in Fort Worth, Texas. I will not open carry in Dallas. Even though it's legal. Yeah, I know you're in Guelph. The ones I talked to at the motel, I'm not sure what part of Ontario they were from. The main thing with me on open carry is, are other people doing it? If I'm going to be the only one that's open carry, I'm not going to be the first target. But if I see at least one other person open carry, then I have no issue with open carry. I don't have any issue with anybody open carrying. It's just my personal preference. I like to see somebody else open carry before I open carry. Unfortunately, in Illinois, we're not allowed to open carry. Yet. We get rid of Chicago, that may open up our laws a little bit better. Open carry is just so much more comfortable and easier access. If you do need to draw your weapon, you get to it a whole lot easier open carry. I can see your point there, G23. I can see your point. And there's a lot of times that just the fact that you're open carrying may stop something from happening right then. There may be somebody got something planned, they see your open carry and it changes their mind real quick. My open carry, are just passive retention. Kydex holsters. Gonna try to make some of the other guys feel a little welcome too. JP, Mopar, Spunky, got any ideas on your next builds? G23, like I said, my open carry is just a Kydex passive retention holster. So if you see me open carry, and you'll see my elbow is right next to my firearm pretty much 100% of the time. Oh, sure. Now that white pickup's going to get out of my way. I'll just stay right where I'm at. The car in front of me is running 70. I can only do 68, so it'll be pulling away from me. Like I said, I'm working on that Super Bee right now. Gonna order that leaf spring for the stake truck, Chevy stake truck, finish it up. Then I've got the 71 satellite that Mopar, I believe it was Mopar sent me. Mopar Spunky. I think it was Mopar sent me the satellite. Do that one. Then the 69 Chevelle, I think it's 69 Chevelle, do that one. I'd still like to find me a Mac Anthem. p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern would be... Oh, you're doing one at 5 p.m. now. Okay, yeah, I hadn't been catching your other lives because they were like at 11 o'clock my time when I was getting ready to go to bed. I'd chime in, at least hit that thumbs up. But if you got one on Sunday at 5, there's a good chance I'll catch that. Cliff at GI Mechanic Scale Modeling, he had been doing a live I'd been catching about that time, but he'd not done one for a while since he's back to work now. And so I'll keep an eye out for yours this Sunday. That'd be 1700 my time. Yeah, I'm going to look for a Mac Anthem, and even if I can't get it in white, I can always paint it white. Got a big truck up here on the shoulder. Yeah, JP had a live the other day I hopped in on. He dropped the link for his live. I clicked on it. He let me join his live. JP, if you're still on here, I greatly appreciate that. It was a pleasure to join your live stream. But I joined JP's John Paul's live going down the road. 1300 Central Saturday, and then 1700 Sunday for G23. Getting ready to cross into Indiana here pretty quick. I will probably stop this stream after I get into Indiana. My 2.8, my Second Amendment, my pro gun guys. If you're at all interested in modeling, something just fill some time, something to do, if you enjoy that. I got into it to keep from burning ammo at the range, but John Paul, we call him JP, he's a real good guy to get information from, especially on airbrushing. JP is the guru on airbrushing. Oh, you're on Eastern time, JP, okay. I thought you'd be on Central. So that'd be noon Central. Been so long since I've been up there, I was thinking Toronto was on Central time zone. Well, I guess not, because it's basically straight north of Buffalo, New York. So, yeah, that would be Eastern time. But yeah, any of my pro gun guys, if you ever look at doing any modeling, John Cole and Spunky and Mopar, they're all real good. As far as information, and like I said, if you do any airbrushing, JP is definitely the guy to ask questions for on that. Mile to Indiana. Being 8 o'clock at night, I'm hoping the scale there in West Harrison's locked up, nobody home. And G23 Cliff over there at GI Mechanics Scale Modeling, same way with him. He did it as a kid, and then he was out of it for quite a while, and then just recently got back into it. But like I said, I mean, if it's something you enjoy, I got into it, keep me off the range burning up ammo that you can't replace right now. Some of those models I'm finding can put your mind to work too. Makes you think, what can I do with this? Where can I modify this? This ain't quite working right. How can I make it work? I found that It's actually quite relaxing. Hopefully I don't ever get a model like Ed Hatmaker had on that plane he built. He did a phenomenal job on that one. Harrison, Ohio. Yeah, copied that G23. Hey, cheapest thing I found on 223s are 70 cents. I think they were 70 cents a round, and they were just regular full metal jacket target rounds. I am not paying 70 cents a round for 223s. I don't know if I'd pay 70 cents a round for tracers. Like I said, I bought those 5 boxes of Winchester AA 12 gauge, number 7.5. Used to be 3 something a box when I was shooting trap and skeet all the time. They're like $12.60 a box. I wouldn't have bought those, but it was for a good cause.
Alert, alert. Oh my God, it's your wife calling.
I'm going to have about 640 mile in for the day. Oh yeah, they're doing construction, so I got the green light regardless. They're doing construction, so the scale's going to be closed. Oh heck, it stays, speed limit stays the same. $779, $780 for a box of 20. Wow. Box of 20 ought to be about a $3.50 box. My opinion. Actually, what they need to do is $7.99 a box, or $79.9 a box, $8 a box. Wow. I buy 223 or 556. I like buying. It comes in those Eagle, American. I think it's American Eagle or whatever. 100 to 110 rounds a box. I don't like buying it. I mean, I need to start picking some up. But I've got quite a few 223 and 556 stocked up. Not as much as I'd like. But I just crossed into Indiana, so I'm showing an hour and 39 minutes on this live stream. I'm going to hop off here. I appreciate y'all hopping on. Pro gun, pro Second Amendment, guys. Be safe, always carry. Modeling, guys. I'm going to have to come up with the same for the modeling side. But anybody gets any new bench tools, let us know. Like I said, appreciate you hopping on, joining in. G23, I will try to catch you Sunday, 1700 Central, JP. I will try to catch you Saturday, noon Central. We'll catch y'all on the next video.